to be a reformer on the mat workout with the foam roller. I teach this class on Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. online, and we use all sorts of different props. You don't necessarily need to have a foam roller to do this workout. You could use a pillow or a rolled up towel to help get the exercises done. Okay, we're going to start laying on our backs, and you're going to place your feet on the foam roller so that the arches of the feet are resting on the top of the roller. Take a deep breath to begin, and then as you exhale, scoop your low belly in, coming into what's called imprint, where the low back starts to sink towards the mat. Then recruit the backs of the legs, using your glutes and your hamstrings to lift you up. And then we'll roll back down, one vertebra at a time, all the way back down to the mat. Exhaling again, imprinting, using the backs of your legs to lift you up. Taking a deep breath here, we're gonna start to move the feet a little bit, flexing and pointing. Now this is pretty intense right out the gate. So if you find that your hamstrings cramp, skip the flex and point of the ankles and just continue to roll up and down. If your hamstrings cramp, remember that probably the missing piece here are the glutes. The glutes are really the foundation of the movement, and then the hamstrings are there to help. If the glutes aren't firing, the hamstrings really struggle. We'll roll back down. We're then going to bring the heels together, the toes apart. So you're creating a V with the feet and about shoulder distance apart with the knees. Hands come behind the head. We're exhaling to curl up, extending the legs out, zipping the inner thighs together. Inhaling to return back down. Now if you've never been on a Pilates Reformer before, no problem at all. It is a really cool machine that you can do kind of an endless number of exercises on. But there's so much inspiration from the Reformer that we can take here onto the mat. So this particular position, heels together, toes apart, is done by pushing what's known as the carriage out. So you're really pushing through a bunch of weight. So as you reach the legs out, feel for engaging your quadricep muscles, those muscles right through the front of the thighs. Take good care of your neck. Let your head relax in your hands, emphasizing using your upper abs. And then we're going to come back in again. I'm going to slide the foam roller in, lift the hips, and place the roller underneath the hips. Exhale to scoop again, imprint, drawing the low belly in, and then we'll lift one leg at a time up tabletop. And extend the legs up towards the ceiling, and again turn the legs out. So you're in that heel together, toe apart position. We're going to bend the knees down and then extend one leg at a time out, just alternating right to left. If you get any kind of clicking or clunking in your hips, it's better in that case then to extend both legs out at the same time. Here again, imagining that you're pushing that carriage out, or if you've never been on a reformer, imagine that you're in a big vat of caramel and you're pushing your legs through that caramel, feeling the muscles both on the front and the backs of the thighs working, zipping the heels together. Or if you're alternating right to left, keeping the pelvis stable. This is a really nice challenge for the obliques. And we'll come back to center. We're going to extend the legs out into a V, nice inner thigh stretch. Bring the heels back together. Extend and stretch. Bring the heels back together. As you bring the heels back together, really work your inner thighs. So ideally your thigh bones are going to stay in about the same position as you stretch and then as you bend. That way the inner thighs really have to work to come back together again. And then again, we're gonna extend the legs out long. We can then hinge the legs towards you. Let those hamstrings and your low back stretch, and then squeeze the legs together as you reach away. Meanwhile, start to push the arms into the foam roller. So you're working your mid-back especially. Feeling some engagement between the shoulder blades, broadening the collarbone. From here, we're going to go into short spine. Let's do the modification first. So you're going to hinge the legs towards you. Bend your knees, flex your feet. So you're bringing your heels towards your butt. Then extend and push the legs out. Hinge the legs, bend the knees, flex the ankles, and extend the legs out. Now, if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, it's really important that you skip this next exercise. You don't want to roll over on your spine in those instances. Okay? But we could take the legs up and over, and again, bend the knees, roll down, and push out. Be sure when you roll over that you do not look from side to side. Keep your eyes looking straight up towards the ceiling. If you ever feel like you're straining through your low back, like you can't use your abs, it's just too hard, go back to the modified version. It's really important to work at the level that feels most appropriate for your body. And then we're going to come out of that, take that foam roller out, and release. I'm going to flip around onto all fours, and I want to show you a modified version of this first. So hands are about shoulder distance apart, knees and feet are together. We'll keep the back in a straight line, turn the toes underneath. Imagine you've got a big beach ball between the arms and your thighs, and you're going to squeeze that beach ball as if to pop it. You're really trying to get those abs to turn on. On the exhale, float the knees up off the floor, just about a ½ inch, and then come back down again. The higher the knees go, the easier the exercise actually is. So if you keep the knees kind of just hovering, it makes it much more challenging. We can add the foam roller here. Coming back again to all fours. Still maintaining that sense of that isometric squeeze between arms and thighs. And then you can exhale, pull the roller in as you curl up, and then return back down. Feeling for pushing your shin bones into the roller as you pike your hips up. Get that nice deep burn in the low belly. One more time, keeping the shoulders out of the ears, and then we'll release. Bring the foam roller in front. Legs are about shoulder distance apart. The wrists are resting on the roller. Legs are turned out. Glutes and abs are on. Inhaling, sliding the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, slide the shoulder blades down. Use your triceps to push into the roller as you lift your heart up. And then returning back down again. Letting the shoulders slide up. Sliding the shoulders down, pushing through the arms. And then returning. When you come up, you have to make a call here. Sometimes the low back is not really happy with coming through this full range of motion. So it might be that the exercise is much smaller than that. It's just a little extension up and then back down. Maintain a sense of having a tight pair of pants on so that you're wrapping your waistband up to help protect the low back. And then we'll push back and stretch into child's pose.